Alright, for this video, we're going to be making some oven-baked ribs. Now, this is my first time making ribs, so I'm really not too sure how this thing goes. So I followed a recipe that I found on Pinterest. And for the recipe, it calls for 1 rack of baby back ribs. And then they wanted us to do a rub seasoning. So we're going to start off with 2 tablespoons of paprika. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of 2 tablespoons of coarse black pepper. Now, the way I pause right here, I don't really think I was supposed to use 2 tablespoons, but I feel like I did it anyway because black pepper, you really can't go wrong. Well, you can go wrong, but you can't go wrong with that much black pepper. But after the pepper, we're going to use 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. I use light brown sugar because all I had, but I'm sure brown will do better. Then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And then we're going to do half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of dry mustard, and half a teaspoon of chili powder. Now you're going to mix it all together. Don't be like me. Use a Ziploc bag or like a little smaller sandwich bag, whatever you got. Put the seasoning all in there, shake it up. So it'll be less dishes, it'll mix easier, and you won't make a mess like me. Of course, beforehand, you want to go ahead and cut your rib in half if it's too big for the pan. Remove the membrane. Make sure you remove anything that you really don't want to cook with your ribs. My mama helped me with this because, again, it's my first time with making ribs. She told me the membrane was already off. So if y'all in the comments like, oh, the membrane's still there, don't blame me. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. But it got done and it was good. And go ahead, just pour seasoning on there. I don't know why I'm using this little half teaspoon to sprinkle it on there. It was a waste of time. I could just pour it on there like a normal person and rub it in or whatnot. But of course I didn't do that. This recipe does call for some coarse salt. I didn't have any coarse salt, but I was trying to open up the little grinder that I have because it has coarse salt in there, but it wasn't open. So I just, went ahead and used it and grinded it up and made sure I sprinkled enough on there. But if you want to go ahead and go to the store, or you might have it in your cabinet and use the coarse salt. But me personally, I like to gauge out how much salt I use because sometimes stuff can be a little too salty or not enough salt. So that way I can know how much I'm really putting on there. And make sure you do both sides. Of course, don't just season one side. Both sides gotta be seasoned because you're gonna eat both sides. And when putting like the pan you use, make sure you use an old pan. I know everybody got an old pan that's in they cabinet that's beat up, everything like that. Use that pan. Don't use it on the new pan thinking, okay, you can. Well, I thought I could just wrap it up in aluminum foil, wrap the pan, wrap the meat up real good in aluminum foil, and everything's gonna be fine. No, my pan ended up getting a little messed up, but I got it cleaned and fixed back to normal. But use an old pan. Don't be like me, and make sure everything wrapped up and good, so you won't have no messes or anything like that. I don't know, doing voiceovers is kind of loud. I'm out of breath and dog, y'all, I'm only 3 minutes in the video. I don't see how y'all do this, but it's gonna get done though. It's gonna get done. Rub your seasoning in, make sure everything covered like I said before. You're gonna wrap it up. Make sure you preheat your oven to 300 degrees. That's what I use. That's what the recipe called for. Again, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna do whatever they say. And then you're gonna put it in the oven for about 3 hours. Now I did this late at night and it wasn't the best idea because I was hungry. 3 hours is a long time. It ain't a long time, but when you hungry, it's a long time. I know y'all probably thinking like, dang, how much aluminum foil she gonna use? A lot, because I wasn't trying to mess with my pan. Did I mess up anyway? Yeah. But it could have been worse. It could have been way much more stuff stuck to the pan. So you don't skip it. I'm gonna use as much aluminum foil. Plus, you don't want to have no juice running out, and you want to lock in all the moisture and the flavor. Lock it all in, because you don't want to bake it out. You want the ribs to be moist, tender, real good. Then after they come out the oven for about 3 hours, you're gonna put on the barbecue sauce. Now remember what I said, y'all. I did this late at night, So I didn't flip both sides and put barbecue sauce on both sides, which I should have. But I was hungry at this point. I was really about to skip this whole process and just, put my food on the plate and eat it. I'm like, no, I have to commit and finish the video. So I did it. And I'm proud of myself for it. But go ahead and do this early in the day, for one. And flip both sides and put barbecue sauce on both sides. Now, when you put barbecue sauce on, you don't have to cover it no more because all the juices, all the tenderness is already set in stone. It's already done. And all you can do is put it on broil for like 3 to 5 minutes. I put it on broil for 3 because, again, I was hungry and I was trying to eat. Like you can see here, I'm over here rushing. Let the stuff cool down before you go try to touch it because it was hot. I'm burning my little hands trying to remove the aluminum foil off the thing. Just let it cool down and give it time to rest or something. And you can put the barbecue sauce on and put it in the oven on broil for 3 to 5 minutes. It's still gonna be good. It's still gonna be hot. It ain't gonna get cold. Just take your time. Don't be like me. Yeah, y'all do peep how that bone just came out with no ease. Like y'all probably thought, I did it for dramatic effect. No, I was trying to turn it over, pull it by the little bone, and it just came out like that, I think I did real good for my first time. They real tender, falling off the bone. The bone come out clean, no meat nowhere. And after I put it in the oven or whatever, I had already made some sides. I had made some Brussels sprouts, put on the stove, put some seasoning in there with some water, let it steam. And then I had a baked potato. I put it in the oven. Not the oven, I put it in the air fryer for 40 minutes on 400. Make sure you poke holes in it, put your little seasoning on there. And it will turn out real good, real fluffy, and done all the way through. And now I rate this meal 8 out of 5. Not 8 out of 5, 8 out of 10. Only reason I'm doing that is because pork really don't sit well with me. I always get a headache after eating pork, especially ribs. But overall, besides that, it was good. I'll make it again. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.